UFC 330 has just wrapped up. Here is your full mount MMA recap. Tonight, the UFC announced that Sean Brady vs. Gabriel Bonfim will headline UFC Vegas 124 at the Apex on November 7th. The UFC also announced 2 title fights for UFC 333. In the main event, Alexander Volkanovski will defend the featherweight title against Movsar Evloev, and in the co-main event, Petr Yan will defend the bantamweight title against Merab Dvalishvili.
What? I was waiting for this since okay, so that means I'm getting this fight.
Oh, we're rubbing, let's go!
So yeah, like, nice.
You're gonna frame it. Not that one, yeah, the new one. The new one. Yeah.
That's good.
To kick off the main card tonight, Esteban Ribovics defeated Edson Barboza via TKO in the second round. Barboza suffered a brutal cut on his shin in the opening round, before the fight was ultimately stopped in the second. The loss marked Barboza's 4th straight defeat, and afterward he took off his gloves and officially announced his retirement. Terrence McKinney reacted saying, "Good job, Herb," and Barboza a warrior, respect. Dylan Dennis says Herb Dean really thinks he's slick stopping fights early now. Henry Cejudo reacted saying Barboza hung in there, but Ribovics was too much. Luke Thomas says Barboza's body language 90 seconds into round 2 is bad. Finally, Herb Dean stops it. Barboza shouldn't fight anymore, not just in UFC. Hell of a run, but the miles have done a number on him. He followed up saying also didn't get much from that. Ribovics basically walked Barboza down in the most expected manner. Not a lot of drama or intrigue. Alan Joban says absolutely incredible career Barboza. One of the best highlight packages of any fighter ever. And Gilbert Burns says respect Edson Barboza, legend.
Incredible and sad as well. You don't feel as good when it's the end of the line for a legend like that, an idol for myself, but you have to enjoy it too. All those things that you mentioned contributed. I have my partner who's always by my side, and she was weird. Training in the gym as well. Things were different. It was more personalized and more catered to myself, and I felt that too. And all those things contributed to have a win. And the loss itself, when you have a loss, you don't want it to happen again. And I'm here because of that loss. And as I mentioned, I was going to show him throughout the fight that if he caught me with something, I was going to catch him even harder. If he struck somehow, I was going to strike even harder. You saw with the kicks, he kicked me and I kicked it. At that point, he felt it's hard. And you saw that there was a little bit of damage. And I caught him out there in the eye a little bit. And then from then on, I started building it step by step until we finished the fight. My legacy starts today, a legend just like Edson Barboza was. This is the legend of Esteban Ribovics, and you're going to get to know that.
I gave my best every single day, guys. Every single fight, I promise, I give my best. I really give my best. So thankful, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.
Dustin Stoltzfus defeated Mansur Abdul-Malik via rear naked choke in the second round. With the victory, Stoltzfus snapped his 2-fight losing streak and got himself back in the win column. Henry Cejudo reacted saying really good job by Dustin finding the back and getting the job done. Great performance from the underdog. The MMA Guru reacted saying Dustin Stoltzfus gets it done. They really tried to lay up Malik yet again on a pay-per-view main card with a sacrificial lamb matchup, but Dustin dogged him out and clobbered him to finish in round 2. Mansur is a good athlete, but ain't got more dog in him than Stoltzfus. And Luke Thomas reacted saying another upset. Stoltzfus was over plus 500 in a lot of places.
It means so much being back in Pennsylvania for a fight. I haven't fought here since my first amateur fight, the very first one. So it's nice to be back here. I grew up like an hour and a half outside of here in Lancaster, so it definitely feels like a really nice homecoming. And the Philly fans are always a hoot, so that's fun no matter where you're from. So I was having such trouble sleeping, and so my recovery, my immune system, it just was so much better this camp. Been having a lot of issues over the last couple of years with getting sick and not being able to get over the sickness, and that went away for the most part, and sleep is so essential for recovery, and that just was not going well, and now it is. So that's been huge. So I don't know how well I did. I'll need to watch the tape, but I mean, I definitely got caught by his right hand, which was what we were trying to avoid. I was trying to cut angles a little bit more, and build pressure, keep him on the back foot, which sometimes worked, sometimes didn't. But Mansur is a game fighter and has a great coach, and I know Eric knows me pretty well too, so they definitely did their homework. But that was the biggest thing, was just to build pressure and keep him on his back foot. He doesn't fight as well off the back, well, going backwards. So it definitely helped a lot, but he definitely found his moments too. So just to keep calm and keep the pressure going, and keep those angles, which I did with mixed success. But the takedown was definitely there. I just needed to keep his head and his eyes occupied upstairs and then go for it. He definitely lit a fire under me by hitting me really hard, and so sometimes it was just my only option, but definitely worked when it was there. And I have good top pressure, so I felt really good once I was on top.
Jalin Turner defeated Kaue Fernandes via knockout 39 seconds into the first round. Michael Chiesa reacted saying Jalin Turner has fought on a number event for all but 3 of his UFC fights, and this is exactly why. He is all action. The MMA guru says Jalin Turner wins his layup. That's what Abdul-Malik needed to do. Straight on Fernandes with his size and catches him mid-spin recovery for an early knockout. Jalin Turner versus Drew Dober next, maybe even Ribovics. Luke Thomas says Fernandes tried to spin, but got stuck and Turner quickly dismissed him with a quick and accurate barrage. Easy first round stoppage. Ariel Helwani reacted saying vicious stuff from Turner. That look on his face afterwards. Sheesh, what a turnaround for a guy who retired not that long ago. Henry Cejudo says crazy power from Jalin Turner. Derek Brunson wrote, Jalin Turner just needs to believe. He has so much skills. I feel like he can't get out of his own head. Half of fighting is winning the mental game. And Dana White reacted saying hashtag now you know.
I'm feeling good. You know, I'm happy that I got the performance that I just put on. I'm thankful for it, and yeah, I'm ecstatic. It's helped me prepare mentally, you know, being around the guys that are young and hungry, and they're just in there with the wisdom of Cub Swanson as well. It's been a blessing. It just made me appreciate where I'm at and my position in my career, because I'm kind of like in the middle. Like I'm like a vet, but then I'm not like a vet, and then like there's these young hungry guys coming up, you know, and then there's like you got Cub that just retired, you know, so I'm like, oh, I'm still right there, you know, and it just made me appreciate the opportunity that I have. It's just been a lot, you know. It's been a tough road. The retirement was tough, and I just want to pay homage to Edson Barboza. He retired tonight, so you know, shout out to him for an amazing career. It was a blessing to be able to share the octagon with him. And, you know, I know how tough that decision is to, you know, put it down, and we all have to do it at some point in time. You know, Father Time is going to catch up to all of us. And, you know, me being here right now, it's just about love. I just want to help people. I just want to shine a light. I just want to inspire others. No matter what they're going through in life, the ups and downs, like you can always keep pushing and persevering. You know, let me get in the rankings. Kind of put everybody on notice a little bit.
Mackenzie Dern retained the UFC Women's Strawweight Championship, defeating Gillian Robertson via unanimous decision. Amanda Hebas scored the first 4 rounds for Dern. She thinks Gillian Robertson's weight cut may have impacted her performance. Henry Cejudo says the champ dominated most of this fight outside the last round. Dern versus Wei Li next. And the MMA guru reacted saying way to kill the momentum for the entire card. 5 rounds of nothing in Dern versus Robertson. Dern wins very clearly based on the earlier rounds. Robertson unfortunately is unable to cause harm to another person with strikes, literal baby punches. Dern had more control.
It feels amazing, you know. I mean, when I won the belt, it was a vacate title, you know. So being the champion and be able to defend another opponent coming off a 5-5 win streak, just like Rena was, it feels great. It just feels like solidifying myself as a champion, and I was able to show a little bit of improvement just with wrestling and takedown defense, and of course, I still see so many things to get better, but. Feels amazing to be able to hold on to my belt and be champ. Just knowing Gillian, her strength is my strength, you know, and I was very confident in my strength, just being the grappling. I felt like this was going to be a great fight for me to just kind of showcase how dominant I am, the like levels, you know, to the grappling game, and then to be able to let my hands go a little bit and try to work on that, because obviously she was not a striker, you know, so I was really excited about that, and I thought it would be a dominant performance, but I wish I got the submission. Yeah, I think we were able to be kind of close to my coaches a lot of the time. We were on point just in training and in the locker room, so it was really good just to stay focused. The whole training was just been like stay calm and not lose positions and stay calm, and the submission will come, and try to do damage. I wasn't able to do as much damage, but yeah, that was the whole game plan behind it, so I'm glad we were able to stay it, and my coaches had just been working on keeping me calm the whole time. Training with the girls in the Ultimate Fighter, it's like they're so hungry, and they all had so many different things to offer. You know, there wasn't just a grappler or just a striker. All the girls were there to get better and really have the heart to win, which I think is what helped adapt the most to whoever's fighting for the belt, you know. They could not be, maybe they're not even like the best striker or the best grappler, but whoever's fighting for the title, they have that will and that want to win, you know, and it's like, you got to stay hungry for that, you know. Sometimes when you win the belt, you kind of can lose motivation, like, oh, I already accomplished that goal. So, I mean, whoever's coming at me, they're hungry, and the fighting with the Ultimate Fighter girls, it's like, they're so much fun, and they kept me on my toes the whole time. I know there's Tatiana, Weili, who else? I mean, Lupita could be coming up pretty soon. I mean, the division is just kind of like that. Kind of whoever goes on a win streak can come up pretty fast. So, yeah, I'll be ready for whoever is. I don't have anyone in mind, really.
And in the main event, Islam Makhachev defeated Ian Garry via unanimous decision and remains the welterweight champion. Islam now has the longest win streak in UFC history at 17. Anderson Silva previously held the record since 2009. Both Carlos Prates and Michael Morales were in the crowd. One of them will likely face Islam next. Henry Cejudo reacted saying Islam separated himself in the final round. Number 1 pound for pound gets it done again. Brendan Schaub says Islam won tonight, no doubt, but for the first time in a long time, he looked human inside that octagon. Michael Morales is going to be a big problem. The MMA guru reacted saying worst possible outcome for a main event. Other than the head kick in round 2, Makhachev just held onto Ian against the cage, and back take with no damage in round 5 wins him the fight. Their faces tell the true story. Navajo Sterling posted this photo. He wrote, "Islam our savior." Michael Chiesa writes, "Why does Islam's team keep messing with him during the post-fight speech?" Mike Perry says, "Good fights. Last round tough to say." And Dana White said, #end still.
It's fine. Just boring dude. He landed a head kick in round 2, and other than that, he did nothing! For 20 minutes! He did nothing! That's the truth! 0! He caught him with a head kick in round 2, and other than that, he did nothing! The whole fight!
Oh, Jan is a great fighter, good man, and I just respect him. He gave me a hard time, but I still prove every fight. Thank you for this match.
Nothing surprised me. I have nothing but respect for Islam. I've said it all week. I said it when he came up and moved into this division. We should all sit back, show him respect to come up here and win that second belt. I believed in my heart and in my soul I was better than him tonight. He won. I have no complaints, no excuses. This is the best camp of my life. I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of my family. I love my wife, my little boy. I fight to make them happy, and I'm proud of everything that I've done.
Dana White was not happy with Ian Garry hugging and shaking hands with Islam at the start of round 5.
Rangy, strong guy who has great takedown defense. I mean, if you look at his takedown defense tonight against Islam, it was impressive. I felt like, I think that Ian is a talented guy. If he had even an ounce of killer instinct in that 5th round, you know, he had been beating him to the body. Islam's whole, I think, right side was beat up. His face was beat up. You don't come out and hug and shake hands in the fight. That drives me crazy when there's so much at stake, and there's also you know, a lot of mental you know, gamesmanship, whatever you want to call it in this game. You come out in that 5th round with a flying knee or something crazy and you try to finish the fight. I think that this is one of those fights that Ian will go back and watch and say,
And that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Arthur Field. It says, Ian has serious soccer mom energy. The second one's from Dankturus. It's in reference to Darren Till knocking out the 6'5" bare knuckle fighter outside of a pub. It says Darren Till with the 3-piece and a soda. And the final one's from Officer McNasty. It says Darren got some fast hands, TBH. If you want to be featured in our next video, all you have to do is drop a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching.